Hi guys, hi everyone, it's Philip again, and today I have finished my first ever English coaching. Please tell something about you, bro.
Oh, hi, my name is Julio. I've been playing Urban Rivals on and off again for the last like 10 years. I've never taken the game seriously. I used to play when I was a kid and I really loved it. And as of recently, I've been wanting to progress in ELO. And Phil, if you watch his videos, you know that Phil is the best. So I decided to get some coaching from Phil.
Nice to hear that. So let's try to summarize our first week of coaching. How do you rate my coaching overall? Do you like it or not? Probably you're able to compare your expectation with the final result.
Honestly, I was nervous, but I have no complaints. 10 out of 10. I wasn't expecting that you'd have homework for me, which is interesting and also really solidifies what we've been learning so far. The homework was really good. The topics we talked about were really
Mhm.
good, but I think it's just, man, after the first week it goes to show just how deep this game is. I used to think there was a little bit of luck in it. After watching Phil and after learning from Phil, there's some luck in the game, but most skill, all skill.
Okay, pretty nice to hear that you enjoyed my homework, that you enjoyed theory, but how do you rate theory as part of our education? Do you think theory is necessary part, or it's much more effective in your eyes just playing more and more games and to analyze them? So was it necessary for you, for example, to speak about deck building with me, or it's nothing?
No, it was super necessary, and I feel like even if I continued to play the game by myself, how I was doing it, I don't know if I would have ever picked up everything that I've picked up in this 1 week of grinding with you. And learning about deck building has opened my eyes to what cards are good, what cards aren't, what cards. There's some cards that aren't played in ELO, that aren't played in EFC, that I never see that are really good. They're just people just don't know that they're good. They're underrated, and they don't. People don't try new things. They just watch Phil's video and copy his decks.
Nice, and due to your words, I just want to add some kind of funny question. Do you know now why Ramsey is the best for stars for Sakrom?
Yes, I know
Yes,
now why Rams
nice,
is the first. And
nice guys.
I saw him yesterday when I played. I saw someone was playing with him, so I thought either he copied you or he's a good player.
Probably he's a good player. Definitely he's a good player because I never did a content with Ramsey, so probably that guy knows something about that game.
Yeah, I lost. I lost him.
So guys, if you want to learn why Ramsey is the best for stars in Sakrom, you definitely need to speak with me. Okay, the next question is, do you got enough information from theory, or probably you wanted to speak a bit more instead of playing games? Because as you said, it was important, so probably you wanted a bigger amount of theory, or it was enough for you and it was better to make a practice.
um, I think I think maybe a little bit more, but I think it was enough. Getting into the actual practice is where I think I've been learning a lot, and just your theories on the game for the game were my favorite. Like there's just a lot of tips, a lot of little things that I'm gonna remember when I play the game that will help me win the game.
Okay, nice to hear that. But if we are going to add something in theory, probably you wanted to hear something more, probably before the beginning of our coaching, you expected to hear something from me, or you haven't expected even theory at all. You just sure that we are going to play.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't even expect theory. I
Ah,
expected maybe a little bit, but we got into what makes a good card, why certain cards are bad, why certain cards are good, and then we got into deck building and balancing. And there's a lot there. If in order to create a good deck, you have to know the theory, you have to know why good cards are good, and it's hard. It's hard, honestly, to make a good deck.
okay, thank you. And about homework, I understood that you like them, but these tasks were pretty hard for you, or probably we had too big amount of tasks for a homework, or instead it was too small amount, too easy, too hard. So how you rate these homeworks?
No, the homeworks were good. I liked it. I think the easier ones were the theory when we were explaining why a certain card would go in a deck, why a certain card wouldn't, why a certain card is better than other ones. Those ones were pretty easy, but the moment we started doing splits and analyzing win conditions, analyzing if we have direct wins or analyzing if we have 50-50s, those are like, it reminds me of, if anyone's ever played chess on the app, they have puzzles. It reminded me of puzzles. Puzzle urban rivals, which is fun but hard, really hard.
But in same time, as you saw and as I saw, you made a huge grow during these days, and with the final homework, you made a great work with yourself, yeah, and most of your answers was the best ones and probably a good one. So we
Yeah.
haven't made mistakes like in the first days, right?
Oh, definitely. I think before, a big mistake would be if I didn't know what to do, I would make a bad move or I'd bullshit, and now I just hold or let my opponent try to make a mistake.
Yes, yes, definitely agree with you. And now the next question is: you told me that before you choose that in urban rivals, like luck was a much bigger part of the game. So
Yeah.
for the moment, you think that the skill, the calculation is much more important than the luck, right?
Oh, yeah. Super more like probably nine. There's luck. Obviously, there's luck. There's perfect plays. There's getting lucky. There's splits where we have 33% chance, or splits where the opponent has a 20% chance to win, and they pick it. But that's gonna rarely happen.
But in the same time, if we are playing right moves, if we are calculating everything, we are able to first of all grow in our win rate. We are not able to
Yeah.
win in each game, but we are able to higher our win rate, right?
Yep.
Okay, the next question is: what's the main thing which you learned, main conclusion probably after a week with me? The main conclusion.
Ah, man. Main conclusion is that
That's probably one
uh
sentence,
yeah.
few sentences, as you
Uh
wish, bro.
a few sentences. Urban Rivals is a way deeper game than I thought. It's gonna take time to get better, but there are things that I can do to get better, and slowly I will get better.
Okay, nice. And the last one, in your opinion, after you had played a bit with me, after you have played with some top players already in UFC, do you think this base educational program will be good even for players with the bigger amount of experience, with the biggest scores? Or you feel like that's only useful for players which are on the beginning of the way in Urban Rivals? Just share your feelings.
No, I think every player can learn from this because I think you have a different way of seeing the game, and it's working for you. But also, I think that the top players have gotten there in their certain ways, and that might not be the correct way. They could get better.
Okay, thank you. And probably you want just to add something. Just probably some words to my viewer, some words to Urban Riders community.
Urban Rivals community. No, just I've been having a lot of fun, getting better. I really like EFC, and if you're watching this and you're coming back to the game, I highly recommend you get into EFC. I think it's the funnest game mode, the most competitive game mode, and watch Phil's videos, learn from Phil's videos, pay attention to what he does, and try to apply that into your game, and you'll be a much better player.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, if someone wanted to know, is it good, what you are able to get from my coach, now you have direct sentences from the player which got it. And the main task is that it was in English, so I'm not going to lie. Before the beginning of the question, I should like it would be pretty impossible for me to speak freely on English. And yeah, sometimes I'm losing some words and I need to use translator. But in the same time, as I understood, it was not too hard to communicate with me. It was not too hard to understand what I wanted to say, and it was an easy task for you to got what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, everything. I didn't think we have any problems. The only thing. Oh, actually, I got something to add. Um, Especially if you're a new player coming into the game, Phil. Learning what some of the urban rivals like words are. So like hold. full like what those mean, and like because you use PP, like I didn't know what PP meant, and now I know it means perfect play. So that's about it. Those were the only times I had trouble, but then once I learned what those were, I was like, oh, that's what hold means, that's what PP means. I didn't know that before.
Okay, so probably we need to add some vocabulary for by
Yes,
coaching, right?
exactly, vocabulary. Yep.
Okay, okay. Okay, nice to hear that. Thanks everyone for watching. So if you want to get a coaching, you are feel free to PM me. For the moment, I'm still working with this guy, but also I will try to get some more people, and probably during 1 week I will work with 2 or 3 people in the same time. So feel free
Mhm.
to write me. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the nearest future.